Hey guys, welcome back to a new series that is coming to my channel. So this is called a rebuild series. So basically the plan is that every week I get a build which says what kind of build it is, and then I have to use these materials which are currently in the chest over here as my building supplies for this plot. It is a 25 by 25 plot, and that is how it works. I'm going to turn down the music though. It's really gonna let me Minecraft music. So that is basically what we're doing. So I'm not gonna give myself a time lapse. I'm gonna give it up to 25 minutes of actually building this, and then we might actually do some challenges as well. So it's not just that. So let's get started. So what we've got is oak. Use anything with oak. Cobblestone, glass, stone brick, glass panes, oak, chest, a crafting table, a furnace, a bed, an item frame, an armor stand, a torch, a trapdoor, flower pot, campfire, water bucket, saplings, as well as a clock. I might also throw in some seeds. And some food to help out. So yeah. Where's a sugarcane? Also want to add sugarcane to the mix as well. So basically this is the starter house, basically when you first go into the world, what you build first, and then we're going to work out from there. I can't fit it all in, I'm just going to chuck some in my inventory. So let's get started. So basically when you first go into Minecraft, you plant a tree and you get a bunch of materials. So that's why I'm cutting down to this type of stuff here, just because this is probably the first time you actually get the stuff. I might use birch floors just because of the contrast. I don't really want to use quite a lot of the stuff. So I'm just going to take out the seeds for 2 seconds and just put this in my inventory. Or I can just make it into a double chest like that. That does not look like a double chest, but it works. So first what I do is I start with the foundation. So the foundation is simple. Just get some oak and yeah, what was that? So we don't want it too big for your starter house, so we actually just make it smaller. So we're going to make it into a two stories, just because it's a little bit simple. So we're going to kind of work out where we want to put the house and how we want to design it by going 1, 2, and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like to work with odd numbers because it's easy to do the roof that way. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's just easy to work with certain things, with the thing being a bit different. Don't want it too big for the starter house. It is just a starter house, for example, just to keep your house some bits and pieces in it. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to do a shape a little bit oddly. We're going to do a shape like this, for example. This is how we're going to work with it. I am going to sleep just so we can keep the night time from coming. I do have it on peaceful, so we don't have any mobs like spawn. Go to the bed. So yeah. Okay, so next what I do is I go with a cobblestone. Second, if I do it like a storage type thing, I will always go for cobblestone rim, just because it is just it works for me. Everybody else like has like their own little building style. Something like this. And then Minecraft heads are roughly about 2 blocks high, so you have to make it on the fourth high on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't mind if the blocks go out like a little bit with the 25 by 25. I'm not really worried about that. Eventually I will do a design which we can't actually exit certain areas, like you can't actually go past that with it. But right now I just want to kind of work with it. To do a trim all the way around, just kind of split off the second floor and the first floor to the main building. It's going to look quite flat for right now, but you can work with the exterior direct designs once it comes to actually working with the actual exterior designs itself. So yeah. Next is I'm going to change the flooring. So we're going to have a birch floor, because that's normally, if you spawn in a birch and an oak, well, an oak forest, there's usually birch around the place, so it's always a good idea to have some of things. So we're going to do that. My goal for this series is actually to get you guys to comment what to do next. So basically I'll do the first couple of builds on my design, and then you guys can set like certain builds and how long you want to take me to do them, and I can see if I can do that. I have no idea what to call the series right now. I'll probably figure that by the time this video comes out. So yeah, once the first one comes out, then it's a week from that video when it first comes out to the next one. So that might come in handy. Okay, so I'm actually going to add a hole here just to split this up. Then what I'm going to do is get rid of this. Get some stairs, which I can work with this. Instead of an actual stairway, I'm going to make it a little bit different. And then next is I'm actually going to adding the outskirts, which is the rim, which is in oak, because that's what you're going to see the most. Instead of actually going around looking for the certain wood you want, you just need to start a house to work with and just call it a starter base. With starter bases, you don't need to make it too big, you don't need to make it too fancy to start off with. It's just something to keep you safe away from mobs at night time. So you've got a safe haven, you can also store a bunch of stuff in as well, which might also come in handy. So something like this. Now I've got the actual foundation in, I'm going to put a stairway, not a stairway, a ladder like thing here, just to kind of work with it. If you don't want to build stairs, like some people do not want to build stairs at all, then a ladder is a better idea, and also kind of gives this little area here a little bit of more of a lift instead of having like a really claustrophobic room. So we'll work with that. Next is I'm actually going to be working with the second flooring, which is the other one. Because it's a second floor and the roof's going to be on this floor, we don't have to have it that high. I'm going to make it a 3x3. So I'm going to go up to 3. It's going to be simple, it's not going to be overly dramatic type of design. And then we're going to do exactly the same thing on the side. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. connect it in the middle, which will work for the design a little better. By doing this, you have to do that and that. You see why I put the block in the middle once we start building up the rest of it. So with the extra space, you basically just go back up with 3 blocks, same with the going all the way around. Don't want to make it too higher than where the roof's going to be. You could actually make it into a 3 roof, so there's one here and there's one here, or you can make this into a different type of roof, which has a 3 floor, but because we're sticking with the 2 floor plan, that means we don't really need to do that. And the same thing up here, we're going to add a window, probably like the same bit. Here I want to make it a little bit different, just so it's not completely the same design. I'm also going to add a little bit of a pole in the middle of this one. See how I like that? Nope, it's a bit of a mush together. Same on this side. Just going to do a very simple blank wall. I want a big window on this side, same with this, and this will work. I can also make this into a really big window like this, but it's really hard to kind of work with that, but I'll see how this actually works actually. I might actually put something like that. Bring it down a bit more on the top bit. It's not actually that big, it's just a little bit of a lift up. Next is we're going to be using a stone brick as the roof. So what I do with the roof is with this bit, I basically just go around putting it in just to give it that extra boost with the thingy. Like, I'm not going to go overly detailed with the entire like plateau. We'll probably do a very detailed house at some point if you guys are into that. But right now, it's fine. I'm also going to put like a log here, so it looks like it's actually supporting the roof. Kind of gives it that extra detail. I'm going to put this upside down. Next is the windows. I'll do the actual top part of the roof afterwards. Once we'll put the next bit in, which is the windows. I always use glass panes because you get more out of them, and it saves you spotting like a crap ton of glass. At the same time as well. Oh, I've got a visitor. Hi guys. So next is we're going to be working on the roof. So the roof is one thing I actually despise in Minecraft because I'm really bad at actually with 4 damage. So I don't really like doing roofs in Minecraft in general. Here to get rid of this block. And then we'll go up like this. Make a little peek. So I'm going around. Oh, I did not need to get rid of those blocks. Crap. Some blocks sometimes will take a little bit longer than most, but once you've kind of got worse with building, you can build a lot quicker and place a lot of blocks. I'm not the greatest at PvP, so building is basically my life of actually playing Minecraft instead of actually doing it normally, which is basically killing the Ender Dragon. I like to take time with builds sometimes, just because I really do not like the PvP standard. I like basically just going to the world and making a really cool looking thing. Even though probably having a Elytra and really good armor is a really good idea, especially with them getting up high. You don't have to nerd hole all the time. So I'm not against going to the dragons to defeat it so I can get an Elytra. And also probably get materials a little bit easier as well. And try and get lost. So I'm actually going to be putting the poles in, just because of the mobs that spawn. And then we're doing this. Grab some slabs. I'm just going to use some stone slabs. And then trapdoors, which we do have. I'm going to stick to the 8 ones. Just kind of give it a little bit of detail. Just going on. There's a couple on top. For aesthetics, I was going to put a campfire up here. So basically what I was going to do is get rid of this. I'll do a campfire, which will go in. It looks like it's probably have a chimney, but some houses actually look like they have a chimney, but there's not a functioning chimney inside of it. So that's basically what we're doing up here. Basically we just go around with trapdoors. Lock them off like this, and there we go, we have a chimney. So that's basically the simple shape for a house which you want to work with. So next is we actually be working with the lighting is basically one of them, as well as everything else. So once you start off, getting a load of iron to make a lantern is not the easiest, so might as well just use torches to start off with. Like I said, this is only a starter house, it's not an actual proper house in total. So basically what I go around, I just put torches in every little corner to give it that light. Eventually we're going to have a ladder up here. Same up here. Because if you have a mob spawner and all the mobs go inside, if you have anything in your house, it'll be like literally like a mob spawner again. So there we go. So the next thing I'm going to do is going to make the bedroom really quickly. So with the beds, I'm just going to put the bed in the middle. I'll put an armor stand on one side. I left my chest. I'll grab the chest quickly. And some trap doors. Right, you can come across any type of different colour trapdoors. I like using different colour trapdoors for like the shelving area of things. Now finally, before we have to go to bed, is putting a clock. So I'm just going to crack the clock over here, which also got it. I'm going to put some other things around here. I don't want to overclog it, so just do something like that. Then down here is basically the crafting and storage / kitchen type area. So we can have like chests going along here. Go with this. Chest going along here. Put a craft table here. Put a couple of furnaces like there. Craft crafting table like this. It's basically a crafting table set up, and then we'll probably put another armor stand down here just so we can put some stuff away. And actually on the armor stand, that'd be quite cool. And finally, what we actually want to do over here is make the kitchen. So getting certain things ready for the kitchen is actually not that hard. You just have to get some oaks, try and roast furnace to get a smoker. Literally one of the cooked. And then if you've got enough, if you've got any barrels, they're really easy to make as well. So we'll just get this. And what I'm also going to grab is some slabs. What I'm going to be using is polished andesite as a material block. And just mapping out the kitchen to start off with like this. Next is I'm going to add the furnaces, which are going to be against the window here. Add a cauldron here, and then the barrels are going to be as shelving, and this is going to be for food storage. So basically just do this, like that. Down here could be any type of stuff you want to put down there. You can put in a couple of chests if you don't have enough storage for your food. Then we grab our item frames, we whack item frames on it just to label certain ingredients. I mainly have one for a spare coal chest just to put coal in, so we've got food as well. If you can't get coal straight away, you can just go and get some charcoal by burning logs. And finally, the only thing I didn't get, which I wanted to get as well, was a cauldron for a sink. Now put a slab there. Can't do it here, you can do it there. And I guess that kind of effect. That's basically the interior of the house done. Just gotta put this on wait. Oh, safety cautions, I forgot something I need to get. With ladders, just make sure you put a fence gate here, just so you can't fall downstairs. You're gonna fall down a ladder. A bit safer. Grab some spruce. And then just do indoor. Just gonna be plain outdoor. Try and keep the theme here. So now you got your house done, and you actually wanted to work on a little bit of a farm. So the farm's pretty easy. First we're gonna work out where we're gonna put everything. So I'm gonna make a path, which is gonna be a little bit wobbly. Like that. Then over here we can make like a little bit of a pond. Not too much of a pond. So something like this. Grab a water bucket. And then all you gotta do is grab your sand. We need sand. Which we just place it around like a tiny bit. Just to kind of give it that texture of actually being a pond. Then you can just grab your hoe. Start hoeing around. I'm going to keep a border because I don't really want to do it all the way to the edge of the spot. Something like that. Oh yeah, the one thing we actually did forget is basically making flower pots. So basically with flower pots, all you have to do is grab some dirt, some trapdoors, and then just grab some dirt. Put the trapdoors like this, same at the bottom. You get as many plant pots as you want. You can put one there. I'm going to put one here, and then all you have to do is just add some flowers in here of your favourite type. So that's basically our farmdom. And then if you're desperate for animals, we can make the plot a little bit shorter. Just making the pond short by a couple, like that. And then you can add like a fence, a little bit of a fence area just for animals, but if you just want that like separate from your house, if you want to keep everything like snug as a bug, you could turn it into like a little bit of a fence area over here, instead of what you want to do the first time. So basically what you do is grab this, plan out where the pathway is. I'm going to put the fence gate there. Same there. Slab, slab, slab. Just don't forget to put a torch in the middle to stop like mobs from spawning inside of it. So to finish off this design for this week is basically we are going to make a leaf-based area, because you want your life to be a little bit more of a secluded area. You can add a leaf trim, get rid of the around the edge. I also like adding leaves around like in the like group bits, just to give it kind of like a little bit more leafage. So now we've got that going, we don't have issues. You can also put slabs on top of here, or things, just so it stops mobs from coming in. That's not really a big issue. Or you can do it a different way, which you put the fence gates on it, so it looks like actually looks like a trim bush going through your area. So it's kind of really up to you. And then all we do is just decorate with a bunch of flowers, some sugarcane around the place. Put some seeds in, like this. I like to mix and match my seeds. I don't like to use a lot of seeds in one place. It can help, so I basically just spam click just to kind of give it a little bit more texture on. What I want to do. It's always a good idea to have a little bit more wheat than the other materials, just so you can breed animals. And some potatoes. If you can't find potatoes, then don't worry about that. You'll be able to find some in the village, or you can probably get like a monster to drop some other stuff. And what I'm going to do now is just go around, placing a bunch of little coloured flowers, just to finish off this design. Then put the colour part up on here as well. Yellow. There we go. It's nice, and just to decorate this plan a bit. Oh yeah, that is our house. Did it in 30 minutes, a little bit longer than we wanted to do it in, but this is what we're doing each week. So we're going to have different themes for different houses. This is like just a starter house, just to basically work with it and see how long it takes. It only takes 30 minutes just to get just actually built and stuff like that and decorated. You can cut down like the details as much as possible. It's not really a big issue. So I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode of how to build, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Don't forget to comment down on builds that you guys like and what theme I should do next. Thank you.